Welcome back to the channel. You're so nice to keep coming back so we can do art together. We're going to do some clay work. We're going to be sculpting with clay today. Air dry clay. Air dry. It's Crayola. I normally use Play-Doh when I'm sculpting something. Not planning on keeping it forever, just for funsies. Haven't done too many fantastic things. What did I do with this? I made this little bunny. This is my first attempt at air dry clay. With this cute little face and the big old booty. Big old booty. But today I'm gonna make something else. Booty. So yeah, let's see what we decide to make with air dry clay. Alright, I've got my tools of war that I've never used before. Don't know what to do with any of this stuff. Is that even for clay? That might be for paint smearing. These are going to be my 3 objects. This is the first one. I'm jumping right into it. Can you tell what it is yet? It's starting to take some shape. Yep. Looking like a little peep from Easter. You know, those little marshmallow bunnies. I'm trying to define these ears. As you can tell, I've never used tools besides fingers. Now our little peep is getting some arms, some little oh shoot, that had a texture. Let's use my old fingies again. Oh, arm didn't stay on. Maybe you're supposed to score it and then put it on. I don't know, this is not working out very well for me. This is not a great start. I'm not liking the shape of this. It's all looking a little gross, and so I decided to just smash it. Look at that. Oh, now it's looking a lot more like a bunny. I just squished it together, pulled its head up violently, and now I'm adding some thighs, trying to make a better looking face. Get a little tail squished up. I feel like the more I'm trying to fix this, the lumpier it's getting. But hopefully some paint can fix it. Alright, bunny is dry. Painting him with the gray paint left over from the last thrift store makeover. This was the shadowy part of the peaks. So going with the bunny first was on purpose, obviously, because I've done one before. But I really wanted to make a cute, like smaller bunny. Something that looks more like a real. I wasn't going for realistic though. I wanted it just to be cute, so I needed like a more of a cute shape. It's not going to be cute until we get the face on. We'll start this face off with some cheeks. At first I thought, you know, it'd be cute if these were blended cheeks, like just a hint of cheek to make it really cute. So I was just putting pink all over because I didn't worry about it. It was going to blend, right? Now I need a dry brush. Oh, good. That one just fell from the sky. Just got to blend it. Not really blending too well. Looks exactly the same. Okay, the answer is just get a wet brush and wipe it off. Perfect. Next side, wet brush. And wipe it off. We're just going to have to go for some simple circle cheeks, I guess, since we're not going to be blending anything. Let's try to make them smaller and more round this time, since we're not going to be blending. Oh my god, this is just turning into disaster. Look at this sharp cheekbone. Could cut glass with that. I'll just do the ears instead. I'm glad that this is mostly painted because I've been very excited to do the eyes. That's how things get cute with their eyes, right? So even though I've had some problems with Poscas on acrylic, I'm going to try it again just because I don't trust myself with a tiny paintbrush and black paint. Yeah, it's looking okay so far. Let's try the other side. God, it's so hard to see the first side to make them even, and then there's this sharp part over here that my thumb just messed up. That's not too bad. This one is a little bit bigger now that I just made it bigger. Sonny, stop. Just stop. Stop it. You're good. Now the other one is way too small. See that? Couldn't leave it alone, and now the Posca's ripped off the paint. Let me just fix this eye up. Dab at the white part so I don't scrape it off again. Get the seed look back. from eyes to nose. I kind of like the no mouth look, not gonna lie, but with these creepy devil eyes, it's just, I might need to put a mouth, but maybe I'll use a lighter marker for the mouth. I'm just gonna keep messing with these eyes until they're huge. Now is the time to put a little fluff on this little bunny butt. Let's fluff it up. Now I can actually fluff this texture. I like it. I'm not afraid to leave this paint all liney and fluffy because it does kind of look like bunny butt fluff. And now for the front, the baby bunny's chest hair, and I'm going to fix this uneven mouth that's been driving me crazy. Just get some fluffing on the edges, fluffing on the top. Yeah, make that right side a little bit bigger. It was a little too small. Thank you. Squish it all the way up to, get it to the cheeks. Widen it. Widen. Get it to the cheeks. You're so close, you're just not doing it. And after done fluffing, we're going to try this little mouth out. A gray mouth to match the fur. And here is where I remember I have dotting tools, which are perfect for making circles. So I'm going to lighten up the cheeks, lighten up the ears. But, oh my god. Look at these eyes. They're... Making that nose pink's not going to save you. We got to dress those eyes. So now we go from nightmare fuel to something a little less scary. I'm so glad I found my dotting tools. They're perfect for cutifying some eyes. Then we go from blue to white. We need some eye shines. Now we just cover up that mouth that I didn't like, and I'm making this part a little bit bigger. And when that's dry, we come in with the Posca and do what we should have done from the beginning and just make simple lines. Should have been the end, but look at this. The freaking paint just ripped right off the acrylic. Do I need to gesso air dry clay? Somebody tell me. But this gave me an opportunity to touch up all of these other white spots that I couldn't see anyway, like in between the ears. But now, this little baby bunny is done. But we aren't done. We still have 2 more balls of clay to shape. What will they be? Pay no attention to that little bit of bunny in the back.
You know what's coming for him.
This filter is pretty bright, but hopefully you can see the shape emerging from the ball of clay. Got a couple wings, 2 wings, a little beak, a little belly, but the back is looking flat. We need to stick some junk in this trunk. And while I'm doing that, I might just talk about what the heck this background is that's getting destroyed by the water right now. These droplets are pastel because this is baby shower wrapping paper. I was making some baby animals. I thought it would be appropriate. So obviously this is a duck, and we're going to make some light yellow for the duck color. But before we do that, a moment. Now for some paint. ASMR.
Exquisite.
Now we're going to mix up our paint. One more giant fart of white later. I have the right color of yellow. Obviously, this is a lot lighter than what we left off with, but we've had a lot of paint video now, so I thought I would skip that. This big brush made painting this a lot faster. Quick, quick, quick. So for Duck's pink cheeks, I didn't want circles, but more like long ovals. And I somehow managed to make another sharp cheekbone on the left. Now it's time for the eyes. The first take I put way back here and realized when I turned it how weird it looks.
That is not it.
Alright, wash that mistake away, just like that. Look how much space is on the front. We're definitely going to have to do front-facing eyes. 2 tiny eyebrows. Haunting. Ugh, so creepy. Since we're doing a baby duck, I want to do like a pastel bill, but this looked too flesh colored. So I mixed up some bright orange and I put that on that little beaky instead. Pay no attention to the unpainted bottom part. If I had to do that part, this video would never be done. Now just some little tiny touch-ups around the edge. There's like an indention right here that I couldn't get my paintbrush into and it was driving me insane. I can't fix it. Trying to fill it up with paint. Little ducky feathers, and we're good. Now we can give this soul eater some sauce. No, that's even more horrifying. And now I've given these sucked in eyes some eyebrows. Oh, wait, I'm fixing it. Just hold on. Now it looks like he's about to cry. And now back to the beginning to sculpt our very last object. What is it? It is a turtle. My little turtle man has 2 arms. Oh, these are going to be his legs. Just squish them on. Yeah, water works like glue. Just put it on there. Nope, I'm getting smart. I'm going to score this one. I think I'm realizing these are tiny pieces and they need to be better secured. A little water glue. Smooth it. Just screw it on in there. That's how it works. This little guy is going to be his little tail. Not so sure about that little head, though. It's like the same size as his tail. Look at this teeny little tail and these little legs. They're all crackling off already. So let's make this head bigger. Let's roll it up. We're going to make a cute head, not a weird little pinhead. So now I'm like, how do I attach this to an already formed object? Do I kind of just rub it on there? Do I need to just cover and slap? Well, it's working. Just smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. That's all you have to do. So now this dude is starting to look like a little flat ravioli with this big old head, and I still haven't figured out smoothing. I'm still using my fingers. When did I figure out how to use the tools? I thought it was on the turtle. I guess not. Aha! There it is. This is when I started experimenting with these tools. I was like, I haven't tried these. Let's see how this works. And then look at that. It smooths. It divots. This was a game changer for me. I've never used tools besides my fingers before, and this was so much better. It's smoothed without disfiguring my guy. Look at those little arms. It's starting to look like an actual turtle. And the smoothing areas, I just started going crazy though, because I was like, everything needs to be smoothed. We need some more dimension on this ravioli back. Fix this. Get his neck. And here's where I lose faith in this tool, because it starts making these hash marks. I'm like, well, I like the dimension, but I don't like the hash. How am I going to paint in all these little crevasses? So I went back to the finger method, smoothing with my fingers. After it's all smooth, I leave it to dry for 3 days, and then we're ready for some paint. Behind the scenes, I finished the shell. This light green color. I don't know if it's a pastel green, but it's just very soft. What's wrong with my voice? Is this how old lady voices transition? Just 1 minute it sounds normal, and then the next minute you're talking like this. But enough about me. Let's get back to the turtle. You know, we haven't named any of these guys yet. I want to name the turtle something that starts with a T, right? But not like Trevor or Tanya. What the heck should I name this little cute turtle? And also the bunny and the duck need names. Finally, time to give this cutie a little face. Unlike the other creatures, this guy didn't really bother me with these black eyes. I guess it's because you don't expect a lot of personality out of a turtle's eyes, and the real turtle's eyes are already kind of black like this. To make him cute, we need tiny little rosy cheeks. And of course, we can't forget the eye shiny. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. So I actually think he looks fine without a mouth, but I wanted to push this cuteness factor to 100. So I got this mouth and I did a little tongue in here. It was kind of tough, so tiny. So while that mouth dries, we're gonna switch to this flat ravioli back, finally addressing this shell. I have an idea of a design. I feel like I might have seen it on a real turtle, but maybe it was just like my interpretation of what this shell looked like. This is my smallest brush and it's still making a huge sloppy mess everywhere. These little crevasses were extremely hard to paint in. So good thing we're going to be painting on top of this color. Alright, now we're going to put this hot mess aside for a minute and try to outline the mouth. But this Posca just, that happened. Wipe that off, start again. Good thing everything was dry. So I wanted to outline this mouth because it was a little too light, and then I made this. Introducing
Handlebar Mustache Joe.
Yeah, we'll have to address that later. Let's get back to painting this squashed ravioli. The one thing I just don't like about this turtle is how flat his shell is. I really wanted to add some more clay up here to build it up and make it more round, but at some point you just have to stop messing with it and go on to the next phase, right? I like that I had so much green left over from that last thrift store makeover because I don't think I used any of this that I had mixed up. I ended up just using Poscas. So there was plenty of variations on green for this turtle. It was kind of perfect. Now let's fill in these edges that I didn't anticipate needing to fill in. And yes, this pattern is super crooked. Give me a break. I've never done one of these before. It looks fine. It's even. There's a big space right here. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And here's the part where I can't see the little neck and I'm trying to paint in here and I stick my whole face in the frame. Girl, just pick it up. Now it's time to address this mustache. I was worried the black would be too dark. That's why I went with the green to begin with, but it looks good. It's cute like this, I think. You can still see some of that mustache sticking out. Finally, the shell is dry, and this is the last thing that we have to do, put the pattern on this turtle shell. So this is what I was thinking of when I said I had an idea in mind. It's kind of like a little snowflake-ish pattern. I think I've seen something like this on a real turtle, but it may have just kind of looked like this, and this is what I'm going with for my turtle. And now that the snowflakes are all done and touched up, it's time to get out my lovely, lovely dotting tools and put little teeny dots in between each snowflake, just like that. I think I started out with paintbrush, then I remembered I had dotting tools. Luckily, we're using that super dark green, so maybe I can address some of these holes all over the dark side of his shell. Voila, finito! Time for our final look at these cutie little pies. And we have to name them before we go. Let's see here. What to name you? The bunny is Bo Bunny. The duck is Douglas. We'll call him Dougie for short. And the turtle will be Theodorable, but we'll call him Theo for short. Bye-bye, Theo. Cute. Bye, Dougie. Sounds like Ducky. Bye-bye, Bo. And now what you've all been waiting for, pet time.